Houston, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. Today, conference bragging rights on the line in this SEC Big Ten clash. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
The Texas Longhorns enter this season with a ton of optimism. Coming off a 10-win year last year in a season where their young quarterback, Arch Manning, took significant steps ahead. They are so excited to see if they can improve and get back to the college football playoff this season. The offensive line grew from last year. More experience for this great young quarterback. We'll see if Arch Manning can take another step this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. So Michigan's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll give it to the transfer, first carry of the season. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team.
Makes the catch, and he's free. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You're bringing Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, we didn't even mention the running backs who you bring in, too, who are studs. So, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. It's second to none. Look forward to watching him and the Arch connection and how it goes.
Such a nice job at pass protection. You've got the corner out there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fellow a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from, and all five guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. And the rarely seen illegal forward pass penalty brings up second and long. The run inside. It smothers. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Manning from the gun on third down. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Man, that's perfect third down defense. They know the ball's going to come out. They're sitting back in zone coverage. Everybody has vision on.
Oh, they block it. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
on first down and 2nd and 6. They go play action. Bryce Underwood fires to the right. Got a man. It's Marsh.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Right on the money. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Marshall. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play. 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They're going to ride this running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Marshall. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Firing to the right, complete. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
The option, the keeper. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Game of the year, you're always worried about turnovers, right? And this guy has the ultimate nightmare on his first touch of the year. Puts the ball on the ground. He's got to be able to flush that out now. You got to get ready to go play the next play.
Here's Arch to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage in predictable situations.
To the air, it's Manning. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Under fire. Got his man. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Quarterbacks get all the credit, rightfully so. They're the guys taking the snap every play. But my goodness, that dude could have run a 40-yard dash back there in the pocket before he had to throw a stripe for a completion.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. The run inside. It's Smothers. Makes a pass to Marker. Here's a little room there. He's at the touchdown, Longhorn. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Rides to back and leaves it. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He'll run it again. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. On the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Underwood on the play action. Fires on the move. Finds his man. It's Marsh. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a gap. It's Marshall. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Underwood to throw. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down and DK. KR. Here's Underwood, looking to the big tight end, working the middle. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. The Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Might as well give it to him again. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. He now has 53 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on second and 4. They'll run it. It's Marshall. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these third and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a first and goal.
He's trying to get it in. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on second and goal. Give to the big fullback. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up third and goal.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Texas. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, take, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
Just one of those mistakes that can't happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Play action with Underwood. Got out of trouble and throws. Quickly to the tight end. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
Let's send the tight end in motion. Running inside, it's Marshall. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Throwing, Underwood. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood. Lets it fly. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Wolverines. A great catch and run for 6.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And they did tack on the extra point. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it. Kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Underwood. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
The run inside. It's Marshall. There he goes. They'll find a little bit of running room there. It'll be third down as the clock runs before the half. He's now up to 71 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. Underwood from the gun on third down. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Underwood in the gun on third down. He'll pull it down and run. Crosses the 45. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on the number 25 team, the Florida Gators. And it's the Cowboys looking to bounce back from a Week 1 loss. They lead it here in the first half. We'll see how things progress. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is.
They'll open the second half on the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's Underwood to throw. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. First carry of the season for this transfer. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Throwing Manning. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. See what they dial up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
There's some room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To throw, Manning. Makes the grab. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they add 6 more at the more of that trip to the house.
And you gotta love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead, you take the ball right away here in the 2nd half, you drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Well, after allowing a touchdown on the last drive, this offense has to be able to answer. And getting that third down here on the third play of this drive is a good step toward doing that. Nice job by the QB. Good rhythm. This offense now has got it going. They need to pay this thing off, but that was a big one, no question.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Now on the option. Now the pitch. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds onto that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood. He's got an open man. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Sends it back in motion. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Throwing, Underwood. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
All right, for this offensive line now, you've got to gear up. You've got to really start to hone in, understand that if you don't start playing better and you don't start giving this quarterback time, trailing in the second half, needing to throw, you're not going to have a chance to win.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was third down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up 4th.
They booted away on 4th down. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Arch is going to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs, too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's the guy that
He's going to take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Running inside, it's Smothers. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. Third and 6 yards to go. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. So first down will open up the final period. Manning. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Back to pass, it's Manning. Fires to the big fella. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And the Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The run inside. It's Smothers. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Arch Madness. He fires one deep over the middle. Makes the grab deep. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Motion from the back. Using his feet. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And I love the aggressiveness and physicality of this defense. 3rd down, they run the football. You say absolutely not. This is a strength of this offense. Usually, they're really good at converting 3rd downs.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snap to the back. He's barely going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, and he'll be stopped short on 4th down.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore. Right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are in the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Here's Manning to throw. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn!
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And right down the middle. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. They're setting up the screen. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Motion from the wide receiver. Play fake, Underwood. Oh, they're after him. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? A run for the quarterback. Might have a chance. And he's finally down, sliding in safely after the huge pickup.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
The give on the inside. Turning it on. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. The Wolverines in the hurry-up.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a 1st down. And here's the thing. You better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Look. Bang. Lily. Ready? 496, move.
Play clock was down to 5. No need to rush things. Make sure you got it right, so they'll use the timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And the Wolverines are marching down the field.
Hey, here we go. Ready. Blue 30. Blue 30.
Underwood. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Underwood. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Here's the pressure. Chase to the right. On the move, he fires. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. Past the 50. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Texas! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They go play action. Bryce Underwood dances away to buy time. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Here's Underwood to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Leaves it with the back. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, it was not a good day.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. The quarterback will keep it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Got enough for the first. There's a crease. He's now up to 104 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. With the clock running, this should be the final play.